I do have the fan on. It's getting a little May-y in Chicagoland. So what I did was, and I made a video on it. And I'm not even going to tell you why I don't have the video, but I swapped out the Remo Soundmaster head I had on here, which I'm not sure where it is, with a Remo Emperor. Not a vintage Emperor, not the thicker vintage Emperor they started making again about, 7 or 8 years ago maybe. But a regular coated Remo Emperor. Sometimes when I'm typing on YouTube and stuff, instead of Emperor, I end up writing Emperor. Anyway, so here we are. Now check this out. Let me know how you think it sounds. Remember, there's no tone control. This is a later model Ludwig LM402. Okay, this came with my ambers I bought used, Ludwig reissue ambers. And I think the drum's from about 2011, according to what I think might be a date stamp in the inside. Okay, so let me just play a little. Oh, don't forget. Ooh, I gotta put it up. I bought yesterday. Excuse me. I might post the video. I got gum in my mouth. I bought yesterday. This is a medium thin Zildjian S series, medium thin crash. Remember, they have a thin crash, a medium thin crash, and I think a rock crash in both 18 and 20-inch size. As well, they might have 17 too. Wouldn't it be neat? No, I think they do. I know they have a 15-inch crash, which means they should make 15-inch hi-hats. Zildjian in the S series. Not too heavy though. Make like a medium hi-hat and then a sound or a master sound. So here we go. Watch. This is my Zildjian S series thin crash model I got a while back that I was freaking out about. It sounds a hell of a lot like my Peisty Multi, one of them, 18 grams. This thing's like 1760. Now listen, here it comes. Here's the medium thin. Now this guy is 1760 gram, which is a hell of a lot thinner than I thought it would be. And this is a medium thin crash that I was thinking to send back because it's 1959 gram. That's a pretty big jump. I thought this might be like 1870s-ish maybe. And then the rock crash maybe up here, or maybe, well, I guess the rock crash maybe about 2,000 grams. But anyway, so here we go. The thin crash, the medium thin crash. And I realized, listening to the playback of a video I made yesterday regarding this cymbal, which I don't know if I'm going to put out there, it was sort of tedious. But on playback, it sounds a hell of a lot like an original 20-inch giant beat. It really does. So, now let me play the drums a little on my newly tuned. Don't forget, Kashmir, the Led Zeppelin tribute band I play some gigs with seldomly around here, but maybe I'll do a few more now. I'm playing June 23rd at a club in Evanston, Illinois, this June 23rd, so a month from yesterday. Kashmir, the Led Zeppelin tribute. I'll be using my amber drums. And then I'm also, remember a week from today is the John Bonham 70th birthday bash. Okay, it's like, sort of like the Midwest Bonzo Bash, but they're having it May 31st, which would have been Bonham's 70th birthday. Matt Walker will be there, George Flutis, Greg Fundis, me, the Afro Zepp guys. I forget the other drummers' names, but like another 4 or 5 folks. So I think altogether like 6 or 7. So let me just play something. So again, don't these sound great? Actually, isn't it really? So I think it sounds good. I'm going to make a video with George next week for Bonzology. It'll be great. We're going to get a little more on the classic Bonham tuning with George. I'm going to work something out where I'll get proper tune bot settings. I will, okay? Remember, I tune a lot of older folks, probably older than 35 or 40, just got in the habit, I think, tuning the drums by ear. Sometimes maybe using the TuneBot for reference. But I know a lot of younger folks are like, well, hey, just give me the setting and I'll just set it to that. But there's more to it sometimes, like seating the head, like when you first put the head on. Remember, Bonham hated on his snares when there was a new head. He always said he liked them really played in. He'd get annoyed if Mick Hinton would change the head without him knowing. That is in print. I can't cite the exact citation right now, but people know what I'm talking about. In fact, there's a cool picture. I always used to think, as probably did a lot of us, that Bonham must have had like the last minute final say in the tuning of his snare, because it sounded 95%, at the very least, 95% of that classic Bonham tuning every time I've ever heard it. And sure enough, there's a picture backstage somewhere where I saw Bonham standing there, I think in his, he has a Blackhawks jersey on, I think, because remember, they used to use certain cities as springboards, where they'd like play in Detroit and like Cleveland and stuff in Madison or Champaign or whatever. They'd fly in and out of Chicago per show and stay like in Chicago for like a week or two. Probably the same with like New York and Dallas maybe, or Charleston maybe, I don't know. But there's a picture of Bonham standing there. I think it's from the 75 tour. His hair is shorter. He has a Blackhawk jersey on and a winter coat, which probably it's like January, February 75, right? And he's sitting there, and Mick Hinton, I think it's Mick Hinton, is holding the snare drum in front of him. And you can tell it's a concert hall, like it's backstage. And Bonham sort of, that's interesting. So remember, what you got to do, especially for the Bonham sound, use I would recommend a Ludwig LM402, an aluminum shell 6.5, but you can get the 5 to sound like it too. Listen to Zeppelin 1, I'm pretty sure that's a 5x14, but then again, you never really know. But you can. But aluminum shell to me is very important on that particular sound. You can get that tuning on other, like on wood and steel too, but it's just not quite as throaty, okay? So where the hell was I going with that? All right, so what I did was, when I put this head on today, I took a lot of time like over-tightening it a little and then really pressing on to really just sort of get it in there. And I think if I can change the subject again real fast, but back to where we were 2 minutes ago, that Mick Hinton, I think, sometimes used to take sandpaper and rub some of the finish off, and maybe a little dirt, and he probably sat there for like 20 minutes before Bottom came and just tapped on it. That's true. So okay, so more videos on the way. Make it with George next week. Get the TuneBot settings. Don't forget about the Led Zeppelin 70th anniversary and the Kashmir show. I'll be playing with Kashmir up in Evanston. It is a public gig, June 23rd in Evanston. Got it. I've heard the name a couple times and I forget. It's Ron Onesti's place in Evanston. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe to Bonzology, BONZOLOGY, and even my channel. I'm really close to 10 million views, so we'll have a little party then. Okay? And I'm going to schedule a live chat. Let me just double check with the fam, because I don't want to be in the middle of it. And so a live chat. Don't forget the t-shirts. I have black and white. Bonzolium@gmail.com. Shoot me an email first. They're $20 shipped in the lower 48. I sent them first class, so it usually costs me about $4 or $5 to ship it, just so you know. And I don't print them myself, so I'm not paying like $3 a shirt for these things. Anyway, but thank you very much. More videos coming soon.